please download the free educational app, Pop Maths Lite. Just type in Pop Math and then another word, Lite, into the App Store. We will discuss this app later in the presentation. If you can't, it's fine. We have an iPad that we can put into a table so everyone can have a look later on. Okay. Right. Good afternoon, fellow teachers in training, and welcome to this workshop. The purpose of this presentation is to show how ICTs can help teachers in the classroom and in the future. The ICT technology that we have shown you today are educational apps for the classroom, topics of mathematics. The specific age group that we'll be looking at is Prep and to grade 4. Children learn in different ways, and educational apps can help them learn and have fun at the same time. An app is an abbreviation of application, which is a software that can be downloaded by various Apple devices, such as an iPad, iPhones, or Macs. Other companies offer variations of apps for their own devices, most with a different name to app. Apps can be purchased from iTunes on a computer or on an Apple device, or using representative stores on various smartphones, which include Marketplace for Windows phones and Ovi store for Nokia. During this workshop, we shall discuss what this ICT technology does and how we can benefit from it. We will also examine its potential uses in the classroom, and finally we will see how this technological device relates back to prep and grade 4 curriculum, and go through an activity to show how an educational app works and can benefit us in our teaching years. Apps are an emerging technology that is helping people in their everyday lives, and also for entertainment. Now that there are educational apps in the classroom, is always at your fingertips. Children are learning various skills, including but not limited to spelling, reading skills, problem solving, and mathematical skills. Some apps are made to help children learn and make it fun as well, so they stay interested and will remember things in the process. For example, maths is turned into a game, and they may have to beat a villain to save a town, or help a puppy find its way home by answering the maths questions correctly. These apps are easy to access on an Apple device and only take a couple of minutes to download. There are many apps that can come without charge. However, some apps have hidden costs beneath down the line, so make sure that you read everything about the app before purchase. You can also purchase apps for a cost of phone credit or by using iTunes funds. Children of the next generation are growing up with these new technologies and are interested on how it works and also have fun with it. Apps are helpful devices that can make teaching a child a little bit easier.
Okay, ICTs have the potential to transform learning in and beyond the classroom. Some important benefits of ICTs to students are access to large amounts of information and research quickly. They can work at their own pace, and students can interact with peers outside the classroom. ICTs also have benefits for teachers. They can improve most learning experiences for students, especially via multimodal technologies. ICTs can track a student's progress or certain skills which may help teachers grade on a particular subject. And also, certain tools allow the teachers to identify learning trends and how students may learn best. Educational apps can be used to promote learning by allowing students to track their assignments, take notes, and learn a subject. Teachers can give lessons, monitor progress, and stay organised. Educational apps can be used for almost anything in the classroom. There are thousands of apps available to download, some free and some to buy. Buying different apps every couple of months can get a bit expensive. Most app stores allow you to download a trial version that allows you to test a particular app before you buy it to see whether it's what you want. For English, there are many different apps that can be used, from learning to write and grammar skills to studying literature. Apps like How Rocket the Doggy Learned to Read and Shakespeare in Bits, Romeo and Juliet, and grammar. For maths, there are many interactive ways to learn numbers, master multiplication, solve equations, and more. These apps are for all ages and make maths more engaging. Children can learn through applications such as Mathboard, Math Bingo, or Algebra Course Assistant. For science, there are many apps to discover about how the world works, learn biology, physics, chemistry, and more. Apps such as Britannica Kids, Volcanoes, and Monster Anatomy. For history and geography, educational apps can be used to browse papers, virtual history, and watch historical videos. There are many more apps than what is mentioned here. This is just a brief overview of what educational apps can be used for. Today, we will be focusing on and trying out some mathematics educational apps, aged from prep to grade 4, to see what educational benefits children can get from using these applications.
In accordance with the school curriculum, educational applications are proving to be beneficial towards reaching ACARA standards from prep through to Year 7 students. For instance, the pop-up basic math app can be useful for primary students ranging from years 1 to 4, as this app holds the potential to reinforce the students' knowledge upon multiplication, subtraction, addition, and division, which coincides with several strands of the content knowledge for mathematics. Furthermore, by the use of ICTs, the app can be used as a tool throughout lower primary school to constantly recall information upon basic number facts. Therefore, ultimately, the app can be considered a useful facet towards reaching the curriculum standards, as according to ACARA, by the end of Year 4, students recall multiplication facts up to 10 times 10 and the related division facts. Apps have sometimes been considered of poor quality and lacking in content. On the other hand, apps have reportedly encompassed an entire year's worth of content in one download. Therefore, when using educational apps within the classroom, it's important to correctly assess this application. Apple outlines the 5 key questions that need to be considered when using apps in a professional environment. What is the value in the classroom for my student? What learning do I want to incur? What do I want the app to do? Can the app be used for cooperative learning activities, turn-taking and group learning? And what is the cost for the app? If it's free, does it have any advertising or link that could easily be distracting to a student? ICTs are important as they provide students with numeric, literate and digital skills. The general capabilities, as outlined by ACARA, good teaching will always contribute to a student's development of general capabilities. The Australian curriculum reinforces this expectation by incorporating these 7 general capabilities into content description in ways appropriate to each learning area and subject. However, if used excessively, ICTs can be dangerous to students. In fact, leading US psychiatrist Dr. Gerald Block suggested that obsessive internet use, including excessive gaming, sexual preoccupations, and email/texting, should be recognised as a clinical disorder. As a result, a Christian approach should be taken when employing all ICTs within a classroom. That is not to idolise or become obsessed with ICTs, however, not to reject this important aspect of human society. And then we had a quote from the Bible, so whether you eat, drink, or whatever you do, do it in the glory of God. From this information, it can be seen that educational apps are an extremely useful tool within the classroom settings for student reinforcement and engagement. Applications are cost efficient, and by the use of ICTs employ digital, numeric and literate skills, which ultimately can be linked to the Australian Skills Curriculum. Thank you.